Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So let's waste no time, I'm going to show you guys how to make this wig. So the first thing you're going to need is a dome cap, a weaving needle, and you're going to need some flat elastic. You're also going to need a mannequin head. So the first thing that you're going to need to do is put the dome cap on your head and mark where your ears come up to using a piece of chalk. Once you've done that, take it off and put it onto the mannequin head, making sure that the chalk pieces line up with the ear mark on the actual mannequin head. So to attach the lace frontal to the dome cap, you make sure that each end of the dome cap sits directly onto the chalk outline that you made. Then you make sure that the hairline of the frontal matches up with the front of the dome cap. To make sure nothing moves, I secure that with some push pins. It makes your life a hell of a lot easier, trust me. Once that's secure and you're satisfied that you've lined up the hairline and the dome cap correctly, you can move on to securing the back of the frontal. So make sure that your dome cap is stretched out over your mannequin head so that when you put the frontal onto the mannequin head, there are no creases or bumps. Use some push pins to secure the back of the lace frontal. Now you're ready to start sewing. You don't want to work with thread that's too long, otherwise it gets tangled. So what I do is I measure out a bit of thread as long as my arm, and then I double it. So once you've threaded the needle, you're going to get the two ends of the thread and do a double knot. The first stitch is made under the dome cap. So you're going to take your needle and place it underneath the dome cap so that the knot is inside of the wig and not on top. Because you've already pinned the hair down and you've made sure that it's flat, there's nothing to worry about. You can go ahead and sew it on using a blanket stitch or a back stitch, whatever works for you. If it's your first wig and you want it to come out good, just take your time. It took me about 3 hours to make this wig. Once you've finished sewing down the lace frontal, it's time for you to start attaching your bundles. Now I have bundles in 22, 24 and 24, and the lace frontal is 20. So the first bundle you're going to work with is the 24 inch, and you start from the bottom and work your way up. Now I normally double the wefts, but because I'm working with straight hair and I want a really slick look, I'm not going to double the wefts this time. I'm only going to use one single weft. Once again, you're going to double your thread and put a knot at the end. When you're initially placing the first weft onto the dome cap, you push the needle through the weft and then attach that to the dome cap. After that initial first stitch, you're going to place your needle under the weft. That makes sure that the hair doesn't shed, and you never ever cut the hair. Do not cut the hair. To make sure that your hair doesn't shed, you never cut the bundle. Once again, I'm just going to do a simple back stitch to attach this hair. To make it easier for myself, I always pin the hair exactly where I'm going to sew it to make sure that I'm sewing in a straight line. This method makes it super easy and you'll be done in no time. Now the base of the wig cap, because it's elastic, it's quite difficult to get the needle through it, but if you push hard enough, you'll be able to get it through. That's why I recommend using a round needle, but I didn't have one at the time and I could not be asked to go to the store and get one, so. But once you get past the elastic, the dome cap is pretty soft, so you'll be able to get through it really easily. And when you get to the end of the row, you need to fold the weft back onto itself to make sure that it lies completely flat, and then sew that down. Once you've sewn that down, then you measure out your row and then you pin the hair down and then continue sewing. It's as simple as that, guys. Then you just continue doing that method until you've reached the end of the bundle. When you're attaching a new bundle, you do the same exact method that I showed you to attach the first bundle. And then you do that all the way to the top. If you were anticipating your rows correctly and you were using your pins to guide you into making straight rows, then you should have no hair left over. There should be nothing to cut and your wig should be done. So now you completed all your sewing, take the wig off of the mannequin head and cut out the excess dome cap at the front of the lace wig. Then you're going to get your elastic band and measure from the back of your ear all the way around the back of your head to the other side of your ear. That's going to be the length that you need to make sure that the lace frontal stays flat and is laid at the front of your head. If you can't find any flat elastic, what you can do is actually use the elastic from the excess of the dome cap that you've just cut off. Once you've measured out your elastic, all you need to do is sew that down to the edges of the lace frontal. Make sure you're careful here so that you don't rip the lace. Right, once that's sewn down, put the wig on so you can see what the hairline looks like. As you can see, the hairline looks crazy. So we're going to need to tweeze those out and pull out some hair to make a hairline. Now, I do not have a method for this. All I do is put the wig back on the mannequin and start plucking very, very slowly until it looks like something that I will be satisfied with, then I try it back on and see what the hairline looks like and where I want the baby hair to be. It's really just what you think looks good and what you want. Don't try ripping out loads of hair at once. You will end up messing up your wig. Remember, this hair ain't yours, it ain't gonna grow back, so be careful. Once you've tweezed the hair and you're happy and satisfied with it and you've tried it back on and made sure that the baby hairs are exactly where you want them, you can start cutting off the excess lace. Again, be very careful. Make sure you're cutting close enough that there's no excess lace, but make sure that you're far enough away that you're not cutting the actual hair, because you need those baby hairs. You worked hard on those baby hairs. And that's it. That's all there is to it. Now you can just style the hair and put it on. As you can see, the hair lies super duper flat. I've got my hair braided all back. I'm wearing a black wig cap underneath, but I recommend wearing a nude wig cap just so that you don't see any black dots. Now, I didn't bleach any knots. I am too lazy for that. What I did was I got myself a little bit of my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation. I turned this baby inside out and I just started dabbing some foundation into the knots. And this hair is so gorgeous, it's so silky, it's so smooth. I mean, I don't even have to sell the quality of this hair, just look at it. Look at it! Happiness is this right here. Links to the hair is in the description bar, you guys. Follow it, check it out, super affordable. And I know you guys are gonna want a makeup tutorial on this next look, so look out for that in my next video. Thank you guys for watching, kisses, bye!